And I'm recording now. Okay, test, 1, 2, 1, 2, volume, blah, 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 blah. And what else? That's it. Here we go. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, Sweet Diva Costume, kid.
I smell like lobster.
You totally smell like lobster. I am a stray, so give me burgers.
Water parks are better with nudes.
How'd you get here from Maine?
Take that, shark.
Major spoilers and Trick Nerd and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Leaves of 3, let it be.
Leaves of 4, eat some more. Conversion. Okay.
This is The Morning Stream. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TMS. It is The Morning Stream for Monday, October 29th, 2018. There are only 2 episodes this week because BlizzCon is here.
That's right.
That is the way it shall be.
BlizzCon.
Brian Ibbett is back all the way from beautiful other side of the country.
From beautiful many, many states.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
Big thanks to Kim, who did an incredible job, and Brian Dunaway.
Yeah.
One of them left a half-eaten McRib sandwich in the booth here. I don't know who it was, but...
Dunaway. Absolutely Dunaway.
Absolutely Dunaway.
Yeah.
Had to be Dunaway.
Kim will never do that. She won't even look at one of those things without thinking of throwing up. Hey,
Right,
so
exactly.
speaking of which, you were gone for a whole week, which is weird. We usually don't have that sort of thing here, but
No.
when that happens, it usually means that you got to see some stuff, and we'll talk about all that in a second. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure there are things you're going to tell us about your trip that
There
were
are
unique.
things. I told a little bit about the pumpkin lady on whatever, Wednesday? Thursday? When did I call in?
No,
Thursday.
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 Yeah,
Yep.
Thursday.
Thursday.
That's how I say it. Yeah, you talked a bit about that. Oh, that's right. We did have that one call, and
That's right.
that was good. We enjoyed that. That was a
It
lifeline.
was a way to prove that I was still alive and that I hadn't pod faded.
Exactly. So before we start pod fading this week, starting Wednesday,
Sure.
we'll get to that and a few other things here in a second. I do want to give a quick shout out to Jason and Nova. Nova is his daughter. He sent over some pictures of her awesome diva costume for Halloween, and it's extremely impressive. This costume.
Well,
worth
before you
looking
go
at.
too much further, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Are these the Doors?
Uh,
DORR?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
Because if it's Jason and Nova, I think they're husband and wife, because I went to school with Nova.
Oh, there's no
Nova
way
Dor.
he's married to this girl. She's like,
Okay, then maybe her name, maybe the daughter is not Nova.
yeah, the daughter, the girl looked like 7. So
Yeah.
and he sent pictures of her in her full diva costume. So yeah, this
definitely.
definitely not married these days.
Definitely might be somebody. Right, might be a different name for.
You can
the
only
daughter.
marry that young of a person if you live in Canada. I think so. All Canadians do that, right? Canada, throwing shade on Canada. Anyway, so
Vanessa is the daughter. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, he said, oh, so wait, Vanessa's the daughter, Nova's the
Nova's
mom. Oh, I have that wrong then.
Yes.
Because he said, oh, I'll have to reread it. I probably read it wrong then. Oops. Super cute,
It's
though.
all right.
Super cute. And the diva costume is legit. So go demand candy in said costume
That's right.
on Wednesday.
Give me some candy.
So how?
Diva.
So how? Oh, before I'll just do this too. Linda, I'll make sure I get this one right. Linda of Wigwam Tavern and Deep Draft Brewing Company sent some stickers and a T-shirt. You should have gotten these as well.
Oh, really? No, I
Yeah.
have not yet. But,
Okay,
I'm sure I will.
Should be on their way if you haven't already. She said in the letter that they were coming to both of us.
Mine better come with beer.
There was all sorts of beer paraphernalia with this thing, and reading about the history of the Wigwam Tavern and Deep Draft Brewing was fascinating, and I just want to thank Linda for thinking of us and sending that stuff out. It was really nice. Getting all kinds of stuff down to the P.O. box
Yeah.
now. It's happening. It's happening. Help, it's happening. All right, Brian.
Help, it's happening.
What happened on the trip? Anything of note? Anything cool you want to tell everybody about?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So this was a trip to see my parents, my dad and stepmom, who live in northwestern Vermont. They're so close to, well, I mean, they're half an hour from Burlington, Vermont, but their house actually has a view where you can see Burlington, you can see Lake Champlain, you can see the Adirondacks on the other side, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And so we got to spend some days there with them, but kind of circling the trip, bookending the trip, were visits to a bunch of states I haven't been to before on the East Coast, namely Maine, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island. And yeah, we could see Canada as well, looking north from Lake Champlain and Burlington. But basically, it was a chance to kind of knock some other states off the list. On Thursday, the day I called in, we actually got breakfast or coffee in Montpelier, capital of Vermont. Mm-hmm. We made our way down to Concord, the capital of New Hampshire, then down to Providence, the capital of Rhode Island, and then up to Boston for a visit to Spice. I'll talk about that in a second. Ooh. Which is the capital of Massachusetts. And so I actually was able to visit 4 capital cities in one day, which I feel like is
that's amazing.
Really
yeah.
Cool.
Only in the eastern seaboard, though, right? You can only do that in these tiny little states out there. You try to do that in the West and you're screwed.
Exactly. I can't imagine trying to hit like Denver, Salt Lake City, and Sacramento all in one day.
Oh my
I don't know if you could do it.
It sounds impossible, actually. I don't think you can.
It does sound impossible. But that aspect of the trip was really good. We went to this restaurant called Spice in Boston, which is it was a restaurant put together by 4 MIT students and a celebrity chef, and I can't remember, not celebrity, a star chef. The difference is TV show or no TV show.
Oh, it's okay. Really I was going to ask. I've never heard of. I didn't know there was a distinction, but that'll work.
I guess there is. But anyway, it's a restaurant where they robots actually put together your meal. There's like a little sliding container that goes back and forth, and it dumps ingredients from little dispensers up above. Yeah. Rice and meat and sauces and stuff like that. And then this thing flips down forward at kind of an angle and rotates around, so you can see your food cooking in like this stir fry of this circle going around and around. And above it is a little display that says, Brian I, this is your Latin rice bowl, and Tina, this is your Italian pasta dish. And it just sits there and spins and cooks the food. And then after a few minutes, it goes blork, and it dumps the food dumps the rice into the thing, dumps the food right into a bowl, which some nice workers will put some other toppings on it and then hand it to you, and you take it to your table and eat it.
Oh yeah, look at this. I'm looking at it here. This looks like it's got a great, it almost looks like an Apple store. Like they got this cool table in the middle and all that.
It is the Apple store of food for sure. And I got some video of it dumping, like blorking my food out into a bowl, which I did have to give the sound effect.
Yeah, no kidding. $7.50 a bowl? That's great.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It was like one of the cheapest meals we probably had out.
Yeah, I was going to say on the whole trip, that's probably the cheapest thing you can do if you don't go to McDonald's or something.
Had some lobster out there, lots of lobster. I got to say, for a place that is as widely available as Legal Seafoods is a restaurant on the East Coast, mostly Boston and Portsmouth, New Hampshire, I think has them. It's called Legal Seafood. I don't know why it's called Legal Seafood, because I don't know if there's an illegal seafood, but maybe this restaurant was founded in a time where there was a lot of illegal fishing going on or something, and they had to.
Maybe there's something you can't get or use or sell or something still. Like maybe it's like
maybe
can't have any blue lobsters or something weird like that.
Maybe that's it. But anyway, so they had we've been craving lobster bisque the whole time we were out there, and I'd been craving a lobster roll, which is basically just chopped up lobster meat and some veggies and stuff in a cut open roll. And it was disappointing for a place called Legal Seafood, which is all over the damn place. It was like, oh, this is not a really good lobster roll, and this bisque is like a little, I don't know, it's just not super flavorful. So
that's a bummer.
no recommendation. You get no recommendation from me.
Go get the you got to get the illegal stuff. You got to get the hard stuff.
Right.
You know.
I guess so. Yes. Point me to the illegal seafood place.
Yeah.
That first night in Portland, by the way, and that was the night that I sent you guys posted photos of me getting attacked by the lobster I was eating. We got there a little early and decided to walk around downtown Portland before our dinner reservation. And went to, by recommendation of somebody on Twitter, I apologize, I don't remember who said it, went to a couple stores next to each other, Bull Moose Records, which was awesome. I spent about $100 on some cover CDs that I didn't have in my library, except for one that I apparently did have in my library and just bought another copy of it because I forgot I already owned it. Right next door, though, is a place called Casablanca Comics. And so Tina went to the anthropology store upstairs, and I went and perused Casablanca Comics, which had some really cool stuff, toys, and, you know, obviously big comic walls. And I was wearing my a Punisher hat, like a little knit hat on my head, or not Punisher, Daredevil.
Yeah.
And the guy behind the counter says, "Oh, Daredevil, have you checked out the new season yet?" Because it had just come out. And I said, "No, I haven't seen any of it. Still actually finishing up the most recent season, I guess the last season of Iron Fist."
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh no, it's really, really good. It's put together by the same guys who did same showrunner as
Chicago Hope.
No, something else that is really good.
L.A. Law.
That we like. No, current and
okay.
Geek culture. Rather than spend 20 minutes having you guess and throw out TV shows.
Who's the bee in Apartment 23? No,
that's it. Yes, something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, so we were talking about it, and I said, "Hey, yes, I'll need to check it out." We talked for maybe about 2 or 3 minutes, and then he says, "Your voice, is your name Brian?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Brian Ibbett?" Yes. And so it's a guy named Dave. I think Dave Neighbor. And I was trying to look him up and make sure I get the spelling and pronunciation.
Wait. His name might be Dave Neighbor.
Yes. Dave Neighbor. Not Neighbor Dave, but Dave Neighbor.
You guys, think of that for a second. Just think for a second. The guy's name is Dave Neighbor, and Brian. All we ever talk about is Brian's neighbor Dave. That's amazing.
Neighbor Dave.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But he is a TMS fan. He's a member of Diamond Club, so most of his time is spent watching NSFW, but coming over here and checking out enough stuff to
Did
where
he do this? Did he go?
He absolutely did. That was like, as soon as he realized who I was, he did the thing. I was like, yeah, okay,
Lord,
yeah, cool.
freaking, what a freaking cult!
You know, that's not a TMS thing, so whatever.
Yeah, such a cult, man, such a cult.
But he was totally awesome.
Well, that's great.
Really cool guy.
Yeah.
What else? There was one other thing. Was there something else I was going to bring up? You know, if I remember it, I'll bring it up.
Yeah,
but
it's a big trip.
Anyway,
you were gone a long time. You were, it sounds like a very pleasant time to me.
It was a really, really good time. Oh yeah, I think my dad thinks that I'm a bit of a lush, and I think this comes from last December. We had a wedding that we went to in Las Vegas for my cousin Allison.
Yeah.
And on one of the nights, I said, "Hey, you guys haven't been to Vegas, or it's been a long time." And he's only ever been in like convention centers and stuff. I said, "All right, I'm going to go ahead and kind of take you around some of my favorite spots in Las Vegas, kind of give you a whirlwind trip down the strip to like all my favorite haunts."
Yeah.
Well, and I kind of forget the fact that a lot of those places are bars, and when I go to Vegas, I don't just go, "All right, well, let's go right from this bar to another bar, and let's go right from this bar to another bar." But if I'm there for like 3 or 4 days, we'll probably hit a few of these places over the course of the week. I jammed them all into one night. And, we had the Mandarin Bar overlooking the strip, and we had the Peppercorn up at the north end. We had the Foundation Room up at the top of Mandalay Bay, and hit all these places. And so when we got out there, they but one of the days that they took us around in Vermont was to this distillery, and we sampled a bunch of different vodkas and gins, and then we went over to a cider brewing place and tried 4 or 5 different ciders, and then went to a brewing place. So they must think that
I like this. I like the term lush. It's very 1920s. Like,
I do like that.
She was a real lush. See, every time I saw her, she was drinking some. She became a real lush by the end of the night.
is wino. I like the term wino. Oh, yeah, he's a bit of a wino.
Yeah, or a drunkard. How about a drunkard?
Drunkard,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, that's interesting. So wait. So he has that impression from that, but how did it manifest this week or last week?
That's what I'm saying. He took us around in northwestern Vermont to a distillery and to a.
So he's thinking, this is the stuff Brian likes. I got to take him to all the beer places.
Exactly. It's like me all of a sudden saying, "Well, I know my dad likes Sia, so we'll take him to record stores and look at Sia albums all weekend while he's here."
Is he a big Sia fan? Does he like Sia?
No, I bought him a couple Sia albums and he really liked them.
I love that.
That's it.
I love that. This renowned cancer doctor is super into Sia. I think it's a great idea.
That's right. Exactly.
Well, that's awesome.
Anyway,
that's good.
Great time. It was a great weekend, or a great week. And Tina is my favorite traveling companion.
Yeah.
By far.
Chat room is telling me that the D&D Beyond stuff keeps popping up on this. So, long story short, for the D&D thing that we do on Saturdays, they introduced a plugin for the thing that lets you interact directly with the campaign via Twitch. You just do it on the video. So you get an overlay of our characters, what our current stats are, what our hit points are. Like all this information is super cool and interactive. Apparently, it's still there. So I got to go disable that. And I'll do that at some point during today's show. Sorry that that's there, everybody. Anyway, well, I'm glad to have you back. It's fantastic.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
Yes, and again, big kudos to Kim and Brian Dunaway. They were both awesome. We listened to as much as we could live, and then just listened to the episodes once they got posted. When you're driving across country on the interstates and state highways and stuff, you lose signal so quickly or so frequently that trying to listen to the show live was an exercise in futility. So we just basically had to download when we could get to download and then listen to everything.
Now, when you were driving around and stuff, the mountains aren't quite the same as they are out here. Did you miss that? Did you miss the Rockies?
A little bit. I don't know. There's something kind of nice about mountains that are covered with trees that are changing colors. And I mean, we get that here in Colorado, obviously. You get that in Utah.
Yeah.
But I don't mind not having to go up steep mountain passes and deal with snow and ice and stuff like that. I got no problem with that. I kind of like seeing how the other half of the country lives.
Sure.
With their
the eastern half.
Fall weather.
Yeah, good job, guys, with your fall weather. You're famous for it over there, it turns out.
That's right. Yes, I was a leaf peeper.
That's right.
Tried to do that accent. I didn't hear anybody with that accent, but that woman, the pumpkin lady.
Yeah.
She kind of looked like James Cromwell with a wig.
Really?
Yeah, that'll do a pumpkin.
That'll do a pumpkin. The James Cromwell with a wig is going to stick in my head all day. Well, that's great. So nobody said to you, you're going to the legal seafood, are you? I wouldn't go up there if I were you.
No. Make sure to buy some jellies. It's over here next to the distillery.
The jelly.
No, but I did that accent all weekend, and Tina's really getting irritated with it. I may say that she's my favorite traveling companion. Not sure that after this last week that she would say the same.
Well, I'll bet she would, because she's nice. And even if you're not, she'd still say you were. And that's because she's
And I get to
nice.
hang out with my second favorite traveling companion this week, Tristan, coming along with me to BlizzCon, as always.
That's right. You guys are flying, Wednesday?
We are flying. Yep, absolutely. Flying Wednesday morning, and love traveling with him. He's a blast, especially stuff like Disneyland and then the con itself, because we both want to see the same things and do the same things. It's not like, well, I'm going to go over here and do this. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see Tom this year, which means no ice cream social, I guess.
Oh, well, it just means no ice cream social with Tom.
Oh, I see. Brian,
the ice cream must flow.
Yeah, it's going to happen whether you want it to or not.
Yeah, exactly.
You're lost, Tom.
You could have a social with just two people, me and Tristan. That's a social.
Yeah, maybe I'll try. When do you do it normally? What's the tradition?
There's no ever time. It's just when usually after lunch, we see the what's it called, flavor burst ice cream stands.
Yeah,
and you just got to get one.
You should do it Saturday around 2.
Okay, we'll do it Saturday around 2.
I'm not saying why, just that's a good time to do
We'll probably do it Friday afternoon as well.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it's very good to be here. Good to be doing a show.
Saturday at 2. I'm marking that down because it feels like something is going to get announced at some point soon about what's happening Saturday afternoon.
It does feel that way, doesn't it?
Yes, it totally does.
Why it won't actually happen is really kind of beyond my control, but it does feel that way. All right.
That's right.
We're going to call Dunaway and play a little game with him. He's here now. Here's his music. Ladies and gentlemen, join us now for a little game of what we call Babel Royale, starring Brian Dunaway, who's on the line now. Hello, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Brian.
How are you? Are you at work today? What's going on?
I am in the woods.
Oh, in the woods, eh?
Yeah, it's almost Halloween. I thought I would go out for a little walk.
Oh, that's creepy.
No, I'm not in the woods, fool.
It sounds creepy. I don't like to hear that you're there. Are you going to get a disease and get bit by a dog and then have your face rot off and then... Or are you going to be like Bert?
I'm heading up to the pet cemetery to retrieve my cat.
You should be like Bert and just screw everybody else.
I think everybody should be more like Bert.
I know you do. You love Bert. If you don't know what we're talking about... we watched Film Sack this weekend, and we watched Cabin Fever, and it was kind of terrible. But Brian likes that movie a lot. So
Because squirrels are gay.
Squirrels are gay.
Wait. Hey, you're confusing likes that movie a lot and finds it interesting.
Oh,
You can't say that you just find that movie interesting
I think you
after
like
all
it.
the raving you did about Bert.
yeah, I think you like Bert. Bert and you are like this. I can't cross my
right.
fingers.
By the way, clean up the booth when you're done. All right,
Yeah.
Brian.
No,
I found a half-eaten McRib sandwich in here.
I left it in the order in which I found it, which was a disaster.
Oh, all right.
You're right. That's my half-eaten McRib. Oh, awesome. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, it's still, you can have it for later.
No, it's 3/4 eaten now.
Who can tell?
Yeah.
Really,
It
with
was
McDonald's
delicious.
food, it all looks.
It all looks and sounds the same. Hey,
Hey,
if
the
you,
McRib is
yeah.
back, though. We kid, but the McRib is back.
Yeah, we don't want it to be though. It's not good.
We kid.
No, they press it. They put mush it into the shape of a rib thing, and it's not even real. It's horrible.
They don't mush it.
Yes, they do. There's no.
That's the way it comes straight from the McPig.
No, it doesn't. That thing comes out in like pink goo. They mash it with a thing.
You're thinking of the nuggets.
They make
That's
it-
not
No,
how they
they're
do
pressed-
the ribs.
It's pressed into a McRib shaper.
Yeah,
It's
there's no ribs
The Fuzzy
there.
Pumper barbershop of fast food is what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. McRib press. Here, I got one to show you. Do I have it? Oh, let's see. The McRib is back. Bring it
I bet
back
you
to
can buy
McRib.
one on Amazon, by the way, like a little thing you put
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, I
chopped
found it.
pulled pork or something into. And
Yeah, I found it. McDonald's has. There's some pictures somebody snuck. Let's see. Oh, and they also freeze them after they do the thing. So here you go, chat room. Sorry, everyone at home, you can't see this. Look it up though. Look up McRib press, and you'll see how they do it. And that is absolutely gross. That's not a rib sandwich. That is a.
Did you really think it was a rib sandwich?
No,
I
but
mean,
look
if
at
you
that
really
thing.
think it was-
But look at the thing. It's here. I'm gonna put the thing in the
it's
deal.
rib meat,
It's-
right? I guess
is it-
that's something.
Is it though? Is it rib meat? How do we know this
yeah,
for sure?
but it isn't necessarily good rib meat, but it's rib meat.
How do we know it's rib meat? Do we really
Well,
know
they
that?
tell us it is. I mean, you know, we're just really going on what they tell us, and it could be. It doesn't even say animal rib, really. I mean, they don't.
Right. Ooh, now this Halloween is getting
specify.
really.
Yeah.
This Halloween's getting really scary. Oh, you know what? We should be talking about though, since it's almost Halloween. Are you guys gonna head to the Burger King and try the Nightmare Burger?
Is it the black burger? Or
Is this the
whatever?
one that
No,
turns
no, that
into
was a
green?
couple years ago. It's green now, right? Isn't that the green burger this year?
No,
Is it?
Oh, is it?
You're thinking of the few years back when it was the A1 sauce that they used to darken the
Well,
bun.
they had
But this
had
year,
one that Brian and I
green.
covered it on the show. They had it. It was like black, but
Yeah,
it,
black.
but it
Yeah,
turned
A1
your.
sauce.
it's right there. It's that green bun is what makes your poop black.
Yeah, or isn't it? I thought it was the other way. The black bun made your poop green.
Oh,
Right.
maybe it is.
Exactly.
I thought it was green bun made your poop black. And it's
Either
not
way.
black.
Don't look at your poo after eating at Burger King anyway. But they have a nightmare. They have a
Don't
nightmare.
look at it, Marion.
Yeah,
They have,
avert
they have
your
a
eyes.
nightmare burger that is supposedly formulated in such a way that the meats give you nightmares if you eat this over a week's period. I'm just going to try one just to see how it goes.
Wait,
Well, let's,
they
let's
actually
just
claim.
take a look at this thing, by the way.
Okay.
Right.
It
It's the Nightmare
features
Burger.
a 1/4 pound of savory flame grilled beef, topped with a 100% white meat crispy chicken fillet.
Why does it need to be white meat? I mean, it could be anything.
We call it our low-cal burger. Melted
Right.
American cheese, thick-cut bacon, mayonnaise, and onions all assembled on a glazed green sesame seed bun.
Ugh.
This is their, by the way, these are their words. This is their promotion on it.
Yeah, this is them talking.
I don't need a hamburger with a chicken patty and bacon on top.
Oh,
But the interesting thing is they have a whole, if you go look at for the YouTube video, they have a whole research team, they say, it's Burger King research team, that they actually studied and said it would give you nightmares. I'm not buying it, but I am buying it.
Yeah, I don't think the nightmare part is true because that's no. Okay, I'll tell you what it is true. If you eat a whole bunch of these, yeah, you'll have nightmares because your body is.
I feel like
it.
if I ate one of these, I'd have nightmares.
Yeah.
Not the kind that they're promising.
No, here's a close-up chat of the actual burger, not the photo one they use. Ooh, yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I don't. I'm not into it. I like
Looks
Burger
like
King
somebody
too.
cooked a Squirtle.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Oh, did you get any Pokemon going while you were out there? I assume you did.
Yeah, totally. The Beldum community or Beldum community, community day was happening while we were out there, and we went to. We decided to do it in the nicest place we could find, which was Cape Elizabeth in Portsmouth. There is the most photographed lighthouse out there. And I can see why. I mean, it is exactly what you want in a lighthouse. It's like right on a rocky cliff overlooking the ocean, and it's painted just like the trope, what you think of when you think of a lighthouse, painted just like that. And it's covered, like the whole area was covered with Pokestops. So, walked all around that area, took photos, and caught Pokemon.
Caught Pokemon, yeah.
Caught Pokemon. It was a blast. It was a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. Chat room, you're going to want to call a number. That number is 801-471-0462.
Oh, yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah, we're doing that.
It wasn't just call and chat with Brian today. What?
Yeah, as much as we like that. 801-471-0462 is the number. And if you are our lucky caller, you could win some prizes today. In fact, a very big prize donated by kind of a big deal who made me make sure he was anonymous. In fact, I won't even say if it was a he. Well, I guess I just did.
Wow.
But somebody in a place that listens to our show that I'm a little shocked they even listen to it, but we get a $60 value. No, I'm sorry. $79 value today.
Wow. Oh, are you saying that I wasn't supposed to redeem that code that we had in our show notes?
I'm saying, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I'll say it one more time.
Sorry.
Don't do it.
I mean, we have a copy of Punisher starring Dolph Lundgren.
Finally. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Rob.
Hey, Rob. Where are you calling from, Rob?
I'm from California.
California. That's the great state of California. You never have any water and stuff's on fire. But other than that, it's a cool state. Well done.
I always just
quite
want
foggy
someone
at
to
the
call from their toilet.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
Someone just say their toilet? That's what you want?
Yeah.
Man,
that's what I want.
You're obsessed with toilets today. Green poo and toilets. Jeez. Well, anyway, hey, it's good to have you on the show there, Rob. And what was I going to say to you? Oh, you could win some cool prizes today. Here's what you could win and how the game works. Brian will explain it.
I will absolutely explain it. I'm going to give Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic. They're going to go back and forth with answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win will go to the other player. Your job is to predict who is going to come out on top based on the topic. As Scott mentioned, today you are playing for a copy of Assassin's Creed Odyssey Gold Edition.
It's a brand new video game. This thing's not even like 3 months old. It's like new.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought Rob said something.
I did too.
Courtesy of Anonymous or Anonymous. I think is how
Anonymous.
I've heard people pronounce it. Anonymous.
He's a Mennonite.
It's weird for such an activist group to be giving away a video game, but whatever.
Yeah, why not? Assassin's Creed Odyssey, brand new spanking game. I've been playing the hell out of it. It's great. If it wasn't for Red Dead Redemption 2, I'd still be playing it and finishing it, and I'll get back. I'll wrap around to it sometime this holiday season. But anyway, brand new gold edition copy of it, straight to you, Rob. If you win, all right,
if
Brian.
If you win, and the topic today is. This one comes to us from TMS Mashups. The original Super Smash Brothers for N64 came out way back in 1999.
Yeah.
I want you to name the 12 playable characters in the first iteration of this classic brawler?
Oh my gosh.
Brawler.
There were only 12. That's the one
Wish
big.
it was a
That's,
little bit taller.
yeah, that's right. That's the one big shocker here is a reminder that it was only 12 characters to start with. That was
That's
hard to
right.
make.
Well,
And
now,
8 of them
like
were
80.
default, and 4 of them you had to unlock, and that's the only clue that I'm going to give you.
All right.
So that's it. That's your topic. Rob, who do you think is going to come out on top in this one?
I'm gonna have to go Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, good pick.
He knows
Good
what's
pick.
up. Rob knows what's up in California. All right.
does.
Let's do it.
And I'm going to let you decide also who gets to go first. A little bit of strategy on this one, maybe.
Let Scott go first.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Scott's going to go first.
He's going a little different than usual. Meaning sometimes, people always default and go, hey, Dunaway first, but not this time. All right, well, let's see how this goes. I'm going to start with Kirby. He was my go-to back then.
He is, of course, yes, the little pink vacuum cleaner. Very good.
Little pink vacuum cleaner. Yeah.
Little pink vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody should make a Roomba, but put big eyes on it and make it all pink. Make a little Kirby Roomba. Why don't people do that?
Yes, right.
I'd do that. That's a great idea. All right, Dunaway.
That would be totally cool.
It would be until he sucked up a cat turd and you're like, what's he going to do with that? I don't know.
Yeah. All right, what do you want? Pick it. Go.
Brian Dunaway.
I'm going to go with Mario.
Kind of an easy one to go with because, yeah, of course, Mario was one of the Smash Bros back in the day.
Yeah, his idiot brother Luigi.
That's right. Exactly. Very
Is
good.
that your...
That's
yeah?
my
Okay.
next one.
All
That's
right,
your
so-
guess?
Yeah, Luigi.
Oh, okay. Wow, you just threw that out without any sort of preparation.
Right, I know.
There was
Is that your final
there was
answer? I know
no
that.
foreplay. Just with Luigi, just
Yeah,
right there.
straight up Luigi. Yeah.
He was not one of the default characters in the game, but he was unlockable. So he's one of the 12.
He's one of the one of the 12 is the thing here. Yeah.
That's the key. You want one of the 12. But you had to unlock Luigi.
It's often true with him though. Like a lot of Mario games, you'll eventually figure out a way to unlock his brother, which is weird. But not the other way around. In the Luigi vacuum game, you could never unlock Mario, but you could spend the entire game going Mario, trying to find him.
Mario.
Yep. Anyway,
Yoshi.
All right, back to you, Brian.
You say Yoshi? He says
Sing Yoshi.
yeah.
No, Yoshi
What?
was not a playable character.
Yoshi was
First-
not a playable character
Yoshi
by
was
default?
not. No, believe it or not.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry. I take that back. I'm sorry. He was. Totally was.
Oh my gosh,
Oh
it was
my
totally
God,
in there. Yeah, I'm freaking
Yes,
out
he
here.
was in the. Sorry, it was. It's really small text.
Yeah, listen, if Veronica was here, she would be losing her mind right now. If
She
Veronica
would.
was here.
Oh my God, she would
I was
be.
about to say, I was losing my
slamming her
mind. 'cause I'm
fist
like,
on the table.
I
Yes.
remember playing Yoshi. Like,
Yeah, Yoshi was
What?
totally in there.
No, he's absolutely in there. Sorry.
Chat room says 13th
know.
character is Judas. That's pretty good. Nice job, guys. I like it. All right. Nice. Oof, near miss there. I remember Star Fox or Fox from Star Fox being in there.
Fox McCloud of the Clan McCloud. Yes, he
I do,
was
I
absolutely in there
Do a
as one of the
barrel roll.
defaults.
Yep.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. I am going to do this. PedZ25 says, put your reading glasses on, Brian. I'm going to do that just to make sure, because this is, like I said, this is really tiny type.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Everything out there is blurry, but I can see this really well. Yeah, Donkey Kong, one of the default characters as well.
All right. Next up, I'm going to go with some form of Link. I don't know which one, but Link from The Legend of Zelda was there.
That's a good.
The
one.
the
Yeah.
form of Link that's written on
That's a
my
good one.
page is called Link. So,
Yeah.
yes.
All right.
I'm gonna say
It would only be,
that's,
I guess it'd be later iterations where they went nuts with that, but yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it was the cell shading or the photorealistic or.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Brian.
I want to say that the. Ooh, I think I might be getting confused with the other one. Ooh. Pikachu? Ooh, Pikachu?
Are you saying Pikachu?
I think I'm saying Pikachu.
Pikachu was absolutely one of the default characters you could
Good.
play.
Well,
Pika.
I'll
I'm
raise
kind of getting them. I'm kind of getting them confused now.
I'll meet your
Yes.
Pikachu and raise you a Jigglypuff.
Oh, Good
Look
call.
at that. That was an unlockable.
It was an unlockable.
Absolutely.
It was also the only character in the game I refused to play. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Was that
Big
the,
pink
the
cute
Scarlet
thing.
Spider of Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Was basic.
F that guy. I'm not gonna pick him.
No, him. How about
Pikachu.
Ow.
Very good.
How about
Jigglypuff. Back to Brian.
How about the Bowser?
Bowser, I can comfortably say, was not one of the.
Come on.
I looked at the list. I double-checked the list twice.
Yeah.
And there's no Bowser.
That is correct. He is not
Wasn't
in
the
there.
first one?
I played that game like crazy, and I bet I can tell you the rest. Can I try?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 3 left that haven't been named.
Samus,
Yep. Very good.
aka Metroid Lady.
And that was the last of the default ones that you guys didn't name. So the other 2 are unlockables.
Who's
I'm
the little
looking here
kid?
now.
The little kid.
I'm thinking of Melee.
Who's the? Oh, Melee's the best one though, so I don't blame you. Who's the little kid? The little kid with a red hat. Oh, chat room saying it. Ness. It was Ness.
Ness. You're not saying Ash Ketchum?
No.
You're saying Ness?
Yeah, I'm gonna say a Ness. Oh, and Captain Falcon from
That's exactly
the
right.
hover game, the racing game.
Oh,
He's from what's that game
that
called?
one was stupid.
Anyway, the other the kind of wipeouty game that Nintendo made. I can't think of the name.
That is all 12. Yes.
I can't believe it was
Brian
only ever
Dunaway
12 characters.
Crumbled like an old cookie.
That's
And,
right.
Therefore,
gonna
Rob
say
from
that I-
California.
Yeah. You win, dude. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Freaking awesome, man.
Ah, it's
I
great.
just can't believe that was 12 people.
I know,
back
it's
then.
insane.
What was the new one up to? Like 80?
Yeah, it's like
something?
it's so many of them now. It's like
Probably.
ridiculous, including all these characters plus I don't know how many total, but yeah, it's a big deal today because you have won this copy of this game. Here's what you have to do. You need to email me, or I can email you. It doesn't matter, I guess. But
Yeah, either one of us.
yeah, just email me, scott@frogpants.com. I'll get you the code. You'll be all set, and you'll be.
If you want a faster response, email me.
Oh, that is some horse shit. That is some horse shit. Oh, I swore. I haven't sworn in a while. All right. There you go. I did it on Rob's time. Congratulations, Rob, and well done. And Brian Dunaway, well done. You almost had it, dude.
Oh, good job, Scott. You were definitely going to win that one. That was a good pick.
This was close, I think. I felt it in my bones. In fact, I was almost out. I couldn't remember Nessa's name, and Captain Falcon I probably could have come around on.
Yeah, but you had Samus in the back.
Oh, Samus, right. I forgot we didn't do Samus yet. Yeah. In my
like
head,
I said, I was thinking more of Melee
it.
because I was playing more of that.
Yeah, the GameCube one, Melee, that's still considered kind of the grand poopah. The thing is, when this new one comes out, that'll be a big test for it to see if it'll actually surpass Melee in terms of popularity. Because at the tournament scene and competitive scene, it's still mostly Melee. That's what they play. Like, they don't play the newer ones. They don't play the one that came out on frickin' Wii U or Wii. And they were fine games. It's just, for whatever reason, Melee really stuck. Part of it's the controller, and that's why the new so that's why the controllers are going to work with the Switch. So if you have an old GameCube controller, you use it on your Switch.
Yeah,
you buy the little
it's cool.
adapter and you play it that way. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, Brian Dunaway, have a fantastic day and kiss our butts.
Are you taking your Switch to BlizzCon so you can play Diablo on it?
I was gonna, but now I'm not. Well, Diablo doesn't come out until after.
It's after. That's right. They're
Something like
they're
that,
just
yeah.
showing it off there. They're not going to have. Okay.
So my thinking was, well, I'd still bring it to play other stuff. And then I thought, wait a minute, didn't I hear that Stardew Valley just came out on phones? I think I'll play that. So I'm just going to play that on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, it's only $8. It's cheap.
Oh, that's totally worth it.
Yeah, this is totally
Stardew
worth it.
Valley.
I played the hell
I
out of
know.
it on PC, and I'm excited to keep going on my phone.
I know people have been raving about that game, and I never picked it up for anything.
Yeah,
So
it's perfect on phones. I think it's got a nice little footprint there. Feels nice and portable.
it's the Animal Crossing that we wanted.
Kind of, yeah. Like there's still things about Animal Crossing I wish were in this. This focuses. Well, you can kind of play this game however you want to, but like I wish this was all fishing and farming. But there's also all this relationship-y crap I got to worry about. But in Animal Crossing, it's the stuff I didn't like in there either. I didn't like going and talking to the other animals and shite. I hate that. But that's just me. So, and a quick, by the way, I meant to mention this top of the show. I am comfortable in saying that Red Dead Redemption 2 is 2 things, okay? One of the coolest things I've ever played in my life. And 2, probably not for Brian Ibbett. It is a slow...
Because of the whole Western aspect and
but it's a slow pace. I've been using this phrase online, embrace the pace, because I think that's what makes the game great, and you just have to adjust your sort of You know,
Oh, see, no, I don't mind a well-paced game.
well, it's not about
But the Western thing probably wouldn't be.
and it's not even so much about the well pacing. It's just it's very deliberate, and I don't like to use the word slow because that sounds like a pejorative, and I don't mean it to. But it is. It's kind of a slower paced approach. The first game was like that too. People just forgot, and we're used to playing very quick arcadey, games. And this can at first impression make you go, oh wow, you gotta, when you skin a goat, you really skin the goat. Like you skin it and then you pack it on the horse, and then you go get the carcass, and then you pack it on the horse, and then you mount up and you ride 16 miles back to camp, and then give it to the dude. Like there's a lot of very deliberate things going on, almost like a simulation in a kind of a way. Not that you wouldn't like that. I think that's fine. I think that just that combined with this is hard Western, I think was not your bag.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't want to speak for you, but I just think it's something you wouldn't like.
No, I probably wouldn't. And I still have some Spider-Man to finish, and then I will pull the plastic off of this guy right here, Persona 5.
Yeah.
We'll see whose guess as to when I actually take the plastic off of this game.
Yeah. I'm going to predict it'll be next week sometime. That's my prediction.
Really? That quick? Oh, yeah. No.
You get back from BlizzCon, you're like, oh man, I'm in the mood for a video game. What am I going to do? And then you'll just crack that thing open.
Okay.
If not then when? If not you, then who?
Right. Well, this is true. No one's going to unwrap it without me.
No. As far as I know. All right. Let's get to the news today. Some quick stuff here. Oh, did we do the news yet? I didn't even play the thing.
We have not. No, you haven't even played the thing.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive, sensational summary of world and local events.
Hey, look, it's the news brought to you by
my sweaty neighbor to the north, pitting out like a demon since 2013.
Yeah, this guy, he's just like every time I see him, he's got big rings around his pits, big ring around his neck. It doesn't matter what he's doing either. Coming home from work in a suit and tie, gets out of his whatever the car that is he has, gets out of it, and first thing I notice, just big sweat. He's just sweating all the time. He's probably got some condition. There's probably some kind of weird deal going on there. Yeah.
Really nice. Really, really nice.
Yeah, it's nice of me to call out a guy for his sweat problem.
Next time he won't give you a hug.
Yeah, you never know. Here's a fun little story for you. A dog, I was supposed to read this Thursday, we ran out of time. A dog pretends to be a stray and gets hamburgers from McDonald's as a result.
Pretends to be a stray.
And that's what it says. Dog owner in Oklahoma City is calling out her pet for scheming to get free food outside of McDonald's. She says that late at night her dog sneaks outside of McDonald's and then pretends to be a stray. Okay, I have an issue with her description, but we'll get to that in a second. She shared photographic evidence of her dog sitting outside a local McDonald's late at night. Then she said, "Hey, if you see my see my dog at the McDonald's on Shields, quit feeding her fat ass because she doesn't know how to act and will be leaving the house all the time to walk by McDonald's at night," she wrote. She's not even a stray dog. So her claim is her dog is pretending to be stray. I would argue her dog is going to McDonald's because that's where the people give her free food. The dog doesn't know how to be a stray. It's not like, look at me, I'm a stray,
exactly.
everybody.
Dogs don't act. You don't get dogs who act.
No.
I mean, I guess you'll get the oh, I'm so hungry. Could I have the thing that you're currently eating? So there's a little bit of that. But no, my concern is twofold. Number one, why isn't she keeping her dog in the house and kind of safe indoors where it won't get hit by a car as it makes its way to a McDonald's?
Mm-hmm.
And B, describing your dog with a fat ass is just not it's not the Barbara Woodhouse way.
No, it's not that. It's not the anyone way.
Caesar Milan would not approve.
No, he just go psst, 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 psst.
That's right.
Or whatever he does. What does he do? It's like that. He does like a little psst sound to get your dog's attention.
I don't know.
If they're not behaving, he goes psst, 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 like that. Then the dog's supposed to go, oh, that's right, I'm supposed to obey, or whatever. I watched like 5 minutes of that in a hotel once. I have no idea what that guy does.
That's what you remember from. That's that's more than I remember from it.
That's the whole experience as far as I know.
Yeah. So why isn't her dog in the house, warm, cozy, instead of wandering Oklahoma City? I mean, I can't imagine that it gets to a McDonald's without having to cross a few streets, right?
No, she says here, she mentions in the future she's going to have more control of her dog's late night escapades so that Princess won't get run over. Who names their dog Princess in 2018? Nobody. Princess, come on.
It sounds like a dog that was maybe named by her daughter, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like
a little bit. That's a good point. Meanwhile, at a nude water park.
Ugh.
Well, there's about to be one. It's a nude water park for adults set to open in Lake Louise. This is in Canada.
Okay.
The pastoral, idyllic nature of one of Western Canada's most well-known landmarks is set to change dramatically when Splashers Pleasure Park opens and upsets the family-friendly dynamic the region has enjoyed for years. Splashers Pleasure Park. Sounds like a place I don't ever want to go.
No, it really doesn't. And I'm just visualizing how people come down from one of those slides when their legs are facing you.
Yeah.
And you're waiting in line at the bottom of the ride, and the tube opens up and dumps right into a pool that's right in front of the line. And the way they're positioned, it's not a way that I want to see people come down a slide.
Well, not only that, you're going to give yourself an enema every time you go down there.
Yeah, and the sound it's going to make as you come down with those plastic slides.
Yeah, it's chlorinated party water right up your hoo-ha.
Exactly.
It's not going to be good. It says the traditional
party water.
Hey, here's a title suggestion for you: chlorinated party water. You don't have to put the up the hoo-ha part. Anyway, it's traditional traditional water park spread over 27 acres of land. The twist is that it's only for adults, and it's clothing optional. So it's not nude required. You can wear little trunkies if you want or whatever. When asked about the health hazards presented by an adult navigating a water slide in the nude, he admitted that some things would need to be different than a traditional water park. You ride differently to protect yourself, he says. So maybe that answers your original question. How do you go down that thing? Maybe you gotta go.
I can't even imagine going down on my stomach on one of those plastic water slide rides without little protection on my nethers.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I don't want to go here. I want nothing to do with this place.
Yeah.
Also, the photo they use is not from the park, and also that girl's not nude. She's just
you don't
angled.
know. I can't see any clothing on her, but
she's just angled. Here, Chad.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a clever. Somebody did a big Google image search and said, "Well, she could be not wearing any clothes."
Yeah, she might be a little thongy, but she's got her hair's covering where the straps. I'm telling you, she's not
exactly. Oh yeah, no. I'm sure she's using something.
Good job, CBC. There's a whole radio broadcast of this, and it's on podcast, so you can listen all about these guys. Let's see. Actually, I'll play a little.
With its pristine turquoise waters surrounded by magnificent snow-capped mountains, Lake Louise, Alberta is one of the most beautiful...
Okay, great. And then they lay it on you. And they're going to have a nude thing.
Bling, 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 bling.
Was this like podcast behind this?
Yeah, exactly. It's This American Life 101.
Great. But speaking of cereal, by the way, cereal's really good this year. I don't know if you've heard season 3. Yeah.
I haven't listened to the new season at all.
It's really good. They decided instead of having a single case, they just spend all their time and all their episodes inside the Cleveland Justice Center. It's called, I guess. So it's like their courthousey. It's where all the stuff gets done, and they just follow a whole bunch of cases there. And it sounds like that just seems like scattershot, and it kind of is. It's really good though. Really, really
so
good.
do the case, but so it'll be maybe 4 or 5 cases, and then those stretch over the course of the series, or does each
it's
episode?
Something new. It's something new every week, pretty much. Now they'll refer back to other stuff though, like they'll be going along and go, okay, remember Jake from the first episode? We're checking in with him now because this and this. So they do some of that. There's some crossover, but mostly it's like, this week we're talking to the #1 lawyer there. This week we're talking to the prosecutor. This week we're talking to one of the judges who got censured 4 times, and is he a racist or not? It's like all this like insider legal hoo-ha that I find fascinating.
That is cool. Yeah.
It's really good.
I mean, you love documentaries, so it doesn't surprise me that you'd like this, but
yeah.
I think I might have to check it out as well.
Yeah, you might like it. I think you would. It's really well put together as always and all that. And proof yet again that podcasting is back. It's back, everybody.
It's back, people.
Yep.
Get it in POG form.
Yep, get it in POG. So one of those lobsters you ate got down to California somehow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. A diver found a Maine lobster off the southern coast of California. That is not supposed to happen. That's what diver Jim McKeeman remembers last Sunday when he came across a crustacean that was a very long, long way from home. He was diving with a few friends in Santa Monica Bay doing a regular weekend outing in search of lobsters. While the California spiny lobsters were plentiful, he couldn't believe it when he saw a Maine lobster crawling around underwater. It says the Maine lobster, known for its to be more feisty than its California cousins.
Yeah.
I'd never heard that. Is that true?
No, feisty lobster, I haven't either. We usually don't see these things until they're red and cooked.
Right. Did you? Oh, that was going to ask you. Is when you were there, was it ever like in a tank and you go, I want that one?
No. The only place where I actually had a whole lobster was a place called DeMillo's, recommended by listener Chuck Byers. And you just ordered your lobster. You said you got a choice of a 1 1/8 pound lobster or 1 1/2 pound lobster. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do 1 1/8 pound.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to pick it or anything. They picked it and brought it to me.
I don't know. I like the idea of picking it for some reason. I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of cool to just be able to say, oh yeah, that one's kind of got some good big claws, some good claw meat.
It just seems like you should have to look your prey in the eye. You know?
I see what you're saying.
Like if you're going to eat that thing, know that you're eating this like living bug creature, thing.
Yeah, but they can't see you.
No, they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't have any idea.
They just all of a sudden, I'm free! I'm free! Ooh, yeah. They're going to give me a bath before they set me free back into the oceans.
And before anyone assumes that I'm trying to be all hippie about this, I'm not. I'll still eat the lobster. I just think you should look at your food once in a while before it becomes food. We forget too easily. It's like, I'm going to have a burger. Well, did you go look at the poor cow's face before you kill it? Still eat the burger if you want, but just know. It's good to know where your food's coming from.
Yeah, hippie.
Maybe we should all eat McRibs because we don't know where that's coming from.
That's right. Who knows what kind of eyes you're going to be looking into?
Yeah. Probably eating those eyes. That'd be mushed in. Anyway, Wicked Truth in the chat says lobsters are safe from me.
Oh,
I guess
not a fan of the lobsters.
Doesn't like the lobsters. Anyway. Jester Woot says, I grew up with cows. Plenty of reasons to want them dead and eat them. Okay.
Oh,
wow.
Really?
Throwing some shade on the cows, man.
I know you wouldn't think, you think of all the animals out there that are dicks, right? Geese are dicks.
They're such dicks. They're such dicks.
Other animals are dicks. You don't think, oh, cows are dicks, man. They're just jerks.
Jerks. They're kind of dumb. I'll give them that. But they're not. They've never been a jerk to me.
Well, we don't know that they're dumb. They just, they're put in a field where the only thing to do is eat the grass on the ground under their feet.
Jester Wu says cows are both dumb and can be huge dicks.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay.
That's great. Simply Squared says geese are asshole versions of penguins. Or penguis is what he wrote. Penguis. Anyways, so that guy found one there, and that shouldn't be there.
So a lobster.
They don't know how it got there.
It's just a big ass crawdad. Is all it is.
That's what those are.
He's confused.
Yeah, they're just water roaches at the end of the day.
That's right. Exactly.
And then finally, back to the nudist beach or nudist place.
Wow. It's all nudes and lobsters today on TMS.
That's right. A man headbutted a shark at a nudist beach. This is an Australian surfer. And he was attacked by a shark at a nudist beach after accidentally headbutting it while trying to catch a wave. Surfer Paul Kenny.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
we got shark headbutting nudist beach.
Yeah, a lot to unpack here, I think.
Any two of those things I think would make a great story. And now you get all three.
I didn't know Australia had the nude beaches. That's news to me.
Oh yeah. Went to Bondi.
Yeah.
Which was the color that inspired Steve Jobs to make that blue iMac, Bondi Blue.
Bondi Blue.
And the difference that Tina and I noticed at Bondi Beach versus like clothing optional beaches like in Miami and stuff is that the people in Bondi Beach that are not wearing clothes are people you'd actually like to see not wearing clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't want to see a lot of man doodles. That's all.
Everybody looks like a Hemsworth or a who's that supermodel that came from Australia?
There's a whole bunch of them.
I know, but there was the big one in the 80s. What was her name?
What about what Joker lady? Joker's girlfriend. What's her name?
Not Amber Heard. She's a great example.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street.
Actually, I've yet to. all the imports we get out of Australia for actors and actresses and all that, I've yet to see an ugly one except for maybe Hemsworth's brother. He's the only
Margot Robbie, yeah. Elle McPherson was who I was trying to think of.
Oh, she from there? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate Blanchett's from there. All the pretty people come from there. But something about them is legit beautiful. Like not.
It's just something about the water out there. You know?
That must be it, yeah. But it's not. They're legit beautiful, not this like weird WB beautiful we all think we like. There's something raw and real about pretty people from Australia. I can't quite.
Isn't the woman who plays Maggie on The Walking Dead? She's Australian, if I
she's
remember
something.
correctly.
I thought she was British. No,
maybe she is British.
Maggie.
I just know she has an accent that isn't that Georgian accent that she does on the show.
Here's his Lauren Cohen.
Lauren Cohen. Yep.
She is American actress and model, but where's she from? Oh, she's British. There it is.
British. Okay.
Yeah, she's lovely.
She is.
I like her a lot. She looks really good. This is gonna sound creepy, and I don't mean it to, but very few people look really, really good while they're all grimy and dirty from Walking Dead.
Yeah,
she looks great.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's I don't know why they hired her. Probably because she's a good actress. We saw her in that Death Race, horrible Death Race movie. Do you remember that?
That's right. I forgot about that.
She was
right. Yeah.
Bad. Essential Tremor asks, "Why, Scott? Why exactly is seeing man doodles unpleasant? If you look at a bunch of old men with their doodles out and you don't find that unpleasant, I can't help you. There's nothing I can do to help you, Essential Tremor. I mean, dudes are gross.
We're shaped
included.
funny.
We're shaped funny. We look weird. We're just bleh.
It's like we're, when you get lawn and leaf bags and you're filling them with grass and stuff, but then you've got like a branch that you pick up off the side of the yard and you have to shove that in the bag and it makes this weird part stick out all weird on the side of the lawn and leaf bag.
Yep.
That's what men are shaped like.
Yep. That's how we feel too.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're a big lawn and leaf bag filled with sticks that stick out in weird places.
Right. Name. Okay. I'm sure there's some, one of the brothers from Supernatural. Some lady listener or sure even a dude listener might be thinking right now, oh yeah, dude, if I could just see one of those guys with their man doodle out, that would be something. I understand that they're big hunky dudes and then it all makes it okay. But what I would argue is it's the hunkiness of them overall that makes you interested in them, not that nasty freaking elephant trunk they got wedged between their legs.
Right.
That's not good. No one wants that.
That's flattering too, by the way.
What is?
Calling it an elephant trunk.
Oh, yeah. I guess so. It depends on what you're looking for,
Some guys,
I
it
guess.
looks like an elephant tail.
Yeah, look at Michelangelo's David. Exactly. Look at that David statue. Big, brawny, smooth, muscular, perfect man body. And then a little dumb-looking dumb thing down there. Little dumb. Looking all stupid, Ruins the whole statue for me. Like, I feel like I want to go back in time and go, Michelangelo, could you please just drape something over his unit? And
listen, if I look like David Beckham, I probably would spend a little more time looking in the mirror at myself coming out of the shower.
But
right now, it's like
my point is, you do that because you're David Beckham and you look like David Beckham everywhere. It's not like you look like David Beckham.
And you want to go to the gym locker room and walk around and look at all the old man doodles.
No, you don't. It's just gross.
No,
Guys
but
are
I'd
gross.
proudly walk around that locker room.
Guys are gross, man.
I don't need a towel. I'm going to air dry.
I know I'm going to get blowback on this, but I'm telling you, guys are gross.
Yeah, we're just built goofy.
Yeah, we're weird.
That's all it is.
Anyway, this guy headbutted a shark and he was naked. So there's that. The guy, not the shark. I guess the shark was also naked.
The shark was naked too.
Yeah, the shark doesn't know how to not be naked. But that's our cue to take a break. When we come back, major spoilers, Trek Nerd, all that stuff. We do have some Trek news today, so excited about that. I'm not going to cut him off as a joke this time. This is all for real today. That's right. Of course, Steven and all that. But before we do any of it, we must play a song. Brian has prepared one. What do you got?
Yes, so going to Texas? No, we are going to Los Angeles. She's got some influences. And the album was recorded and produced in Denton, Texas, but she is from LA. She inspired and definitely sounds like kind of a bluesy Amy Winehouse. I love this. Her name is Patty Lynn, PattiieLin. You can find her at pattylin.com or Check her out. This is from a brand new single called Twisted. Here is Patty Lynn.